Nonsiano enya abo off kasamfoni so yebutu Taifa Johnson enkrakro kasiemu ena yeto petin ewiase Ghana animu adasa wei aya no pansama ya boabo no oman Ghana mu ni yakeka bubom se off anopa kasebo ena musomfo nana akwasi amufa de Ghana ina gina tum se ba kan kasebo a menam de ebo ba kon ekum anuma mienu ewa kan kasemu esanso etrense ewo brofo mu ene menam de kasebo yi ede ebrew ubetimi enya yen ebia na ofifie akwa adwuma fa phone ko Facebook bo off TV sanso ena wode oni chirom so wo YouTube a eho no so eye off TV afi oba Google Play Store ubetimi enya app no ho download no ho off TV na emra wo phone so baabi a wo nambia wodon sa boss wa na wo ni ye hwe yen ewo nkitahudie ye ne ma ye yemu se ne be ye betumi aboa na ensem no ye hwe ne titiro no ebi John Dramani Mahama de Ghana mamre ehu asensode atumi akwa ade akwa World Health Organization Jumaye bia ewo Geneva Sansona Samonate George akase Cyber Security Authority Building Project no ehu behia so be sase fofore sanse edan no ewo mreyomu yebebo awramu ewo Emilia Ata ono nso atimi ede Ghana Cross Fishing Season no watimi adanadi ewo pumu sede betimi abo pumu pata ho eban Kofi Adams enso etumi apo ano se wode eye voting poster enye papa magudifo wo African Athletics Championship no emu yede ani betrom nso ewo Ghana Standard Authority omato Chinese owned mattress company bi mu ewo afienya esanie mabone a wode mattress no ehum yede ani nso ebetrom ewo Gavi the Vaccine Alliance omonso akase Ghana elusiesie no hu etua eye million eduonu mienu ama vaccine no eho eka wei ene nsem afufuro ekeka ho ena donhwere ba kon anasima be aduana na mu a edi animu mede eba besomo medam hu tew na makwa ba meba mesane nsem ni mu edi ama na mika se kasebo yi eya Refiners Tap International ene krami mu eda a eye efiada specific prayer no ebeko so ewo Taifa Johnson baby a spare parts for no ewo na omochi hopen bo modernity to anamo ne bra minim ne so eson na pese Kristo Yesu sua o na wukomo cho ene ya ye krado edema di hiampai bo ubebo bia wo ha no amane no ebeko sanso no nyame nam na koaso Apostle Paul Kofi Wodro ne e wafama ya hintade no nyame beda ne didi akire no na afi wono nso timi ada ne didi akire na watimi anya no pomosebre mi bowra ensem num emu Diedi kan ye kwakopie mu e Ghana mampanyini John Dramani Mahama aso ye watimi aya abakosama edi kan kra e amanamantam wabra odi Ghana amamre asenso dia sonkokoma World Health Organization Jumaye bia e Geneva e Switzerland Yei 79th World Health Assembly numu baby a amanamamufuo ne apomdenhufo animdifo efri na omutimi kosia edika ho hawa hodo a ewo wiase nyina ho ensem akwantufuo ebia obi beka se yei sanchani enkwara nanso eyentia ene Ghana mamre hutumi kasepa na Ghana etumi ada na di so maya yewo amamre ni subampa ewo amanaman intem insemi trese ye ni amamre edikan a oman bi afri ebibiman ha edi amamre achade sasronko no etimi akwakwakire World Health Organization eno musi we beboa ama Ghana yedin atumi ayeden na amanaman intem nso no yapomuden humua etumi akoso ye ntie nsema Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama echechomo efa senso dia sronko no otimi editu eja.
Thank you very much. Ghana is very much a member of the WHO, and we appreciate the work that the WHO does. I think that one of the beauty of our membership is that we're a world that is diverse but united. We have our cultural identities, we have our artifacts, and aside from just saving lives, we also must display our cultural identity. And so today we're happy to present a gift to be displayed here in the headquarters of the WHO that also shows what Ghanaian identity is. These are traditional symbols in Ghanaian folklore, each of which has a meaning, and they are called Edinkra symbols. There's the most famous one that everybody identifies, which is the Sankofa bird. So I'll start with that one. And that is the second from the left. And that one says that if you forget something, it is not a crime to go back and take it. And so that's Sankofa. Sankofa means go back to the past. So if you forget something, it's not a crime to go and take it. Then we have the one on the far left. It's called the Nyami Dua. It's a symbol of God's protection. It means that with this symbol, God is behind you. And I believe God is behind the WHO in the work that you're doing. And then the next one is the Jininim. If you look at it, Jininim represents the horns of a ram or rams. It's like two rams. They are horns. And the ram's strength is in its horn. When they come and they hit, they go back and gather more strength and come back. We believe that even though the WHO is going through adversity, you're going to go back and come back with more strength. And then one of the most famous ones too is the last one on the right, and that is called Jinyami. It means accept God. It means God is the most powerful and the omnipotent, and so accept him. There's no other power on earth, and that's the last one.
Piemu ewo swafo a ono na hwe yenkita hudie ensensam so yera someone na to George and etumi adano de said cyber security authority building project no who behia so obesan so asase fufuro efri se edan no ewo esamu na afi ewo mu se wotwa sika bebre dada de nanso sa wansa ase fufuro enya bre dan no ebetumi ayeye na okasa nsem weyi na wose wabra woni engineers ene wona enim edan ho nyansa ekohunu ye no omo hu se edan no sibie sini no enya bre ebetumi aboa fisedani baabi achiachia na baabi nso enkoye eno ena ama odwene se ebeye den ne yedi sika pi ade be se dwumadi ati sesemu na mfomso ebetumi aba ho training nsemu se cyber security hu hia pa ye sign internet fraud and cyber crime rekosu enti se dan we ba besiwa ebetumi aboa ema omane banbo ene wo hawo no etumi afri ho etumi ade ama oman Ghana wose we beboa ema Ghana etumi akoso nemom ati so ma sanso asedan na se fufuro yentie nsema Samonati George ekan.
As far back as last year, June last year, I wrote to the Minister for Justice and Attorney General asking that he takes an interest in the matter for us to investigate that matter, because I cannot understand how $3.4 million has been paid and all we have is a foundation. A building is supposed to cost about $13 million and almost 20% of it has been paid and you don't see anything but just the foundation. So we need an audit, a proper audit, structural audit done to see if we have value for what has been paid, and the people are demanding an additional $4 million for that work that has been done. So almost getting to $8 million for just the foundation. For me, as minister, I can't pretend over this. This was supposed to be the cybersecurity building, and it was supposed to host the cybersecurity authority and then hold the technical capabilities that the cybersecurity authority as our national set and SOC will hold. So it was both the building and then some software. The software is about another $50 million thereabout, and we had paid in excess of $10 million, $10.9 million thereabout, and that was for a baseline study. no development whatsoever had started, and for me, I thought that we could not continue along that path. There was a need for it. There's a need for it to be investigated. I'm happy it got flagged in the Minister for Finance's special audit. We went before that committee and told the finance minister that we're not interested in it, and we thought that it should be investigated. I'm happy Public Accounts has picked it up. Now I'm hoping that the Attorney General will conduct an investigation into the matter, and if the investigation shows that the monies that have been paid, we got value for it, so be it. If the investigation show that people have been paid in excess of what they should have been paid, there has to be recoveries to the state, because, like I said before the committee, the Public Financial Management Act is clear. You pay 15% maximum as mobilization. The advanced mobilizations that were paid were 30%. I mean, I don't understand why.
Yeah, that's so. Our Cyber Security Authority project, no, at home. Nina no ayo communication minister someone at George aka say what they asam no etimi akọ Attorney General enim na wo se what sika be $3.4 million nanso foundation nko a na waye wasanso aka say what sika be $10 million as I say what the software enso wo software bia anyho wabra eno nso omotimi aka wo se ye yanwanwa say contractor as $4 million. Now what to me adi aye foundation keke na what to me eja ho adi akọ o si ensemi anya bro be jai emanaka no ka sansemi wabra okopie mo public account committee nu anim eno timi di sansemi we etimi ekotu eja na yentie ensema Samuel Ato George esanso ekandify cyber security eye omu project na omoye no eho.
As far back as last year, June last year, I wrote to the Minister for Justice and Attorney General asking that he takes an interest in the matter for us to investigate that matter, because I cannot understand how $3.4 million has been paid and all we have is a foundation. A building is supposed to cost about $13 million and almost 20% of it has been paid, and you don't see anything but just the foundation. So we need an audit, a proper audit, structural audit done to see if we have value for what has been paid, and the people are demanding an additional $4 million for that work that has been done. So almost getting to $8 million for just the foundation. For me, as minister, I can't pretend over this. This was supposed to be the cybersecurity building, and it was supposed to host the cybersecurity authority and then hold the technical capabilities that the cybersecurity authority as our national set and SOC will hold. So it was both the building and then some software. The software is about another $50 million thereabout, and we had paid in excess of $10 million, $10.9 million thereabout, and that was for a baseline study. No development whatsoever had started, and for me, I thought that we could not continue along that path. There was a need for it. There's a need for it to be investigated. I'm happy it got flagged in the Minister for Finance's special audit. We went before that committee and told the finance minister that we're not interested in it, and we thought that it should be investigated. I'm happy Public Accounts has picked it up. Now I'm hoping that the Attorney General will conduct an investigation into the matter, and
Jeremu ewo sofo awono ene hwe eye pumu pataso abodiemu enoma ewiemu ene asasi su emuaduma emu Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture etumi ada Ghana cross fishing season no edi ama epumu empatayifo sisi ade se wo ye obi a ukọ eposo sisi mom tabru moma nina no ntimi enko eposo nkonko yina mu biemu na sofo efani se miri ata etumi akase ye bebo ama empatayimi adoli biemu ewo epunumu na empatayifo pinso etumi akase empatano eswati ade abafompa enji se Ghana anye bibi amfa ho a ene empatano bayira ewo epunumu eno na sisi ameno kase yetimi atum se wo ye ofarinia anya bro betimi akọ eposo akwakoyi amani opoku ankwa nwuna mani afua kuyabu akobinum edi abane nya bi edi atu yefufuo so ana yenye bi edi aboye bayira ye dokono na etimi akoye edi amaye nanso ni nyina ne se omosiesie na mo hopa ada bosumi na eniema no ebedunu enya blade ahokyere ebetimi edi abre oman Ghana na yentie nsema osofo a ono enehwe eye insunam so ena afi abodiemu muadoma otimi editu eja.
The Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture hereby announces the implementation of the 2026 closed fishing season for Ghana's marine fishing fleet in accordance with Section 47 of the Fisheries and Aquaculture Act 2025, Act 1146. Please note, for industrial trawlers, you will observe a 2-month close season from 1st July to 31st August 2026. Semi-industrial vessels, also referred to as inshore vessels, you will observe a 1-month closure from 1st to 31st July 2026. For marine canoe fishers that use outboard motor propelled by premix fuel, you are exempted from the 2026 closed fishing season. This exemption is intended to protect livelihoods of artisanal fishing communities. The exemption, however, does not preclude compliance with existing fisheries regulations and traditional management practices. All marine canoe fishers are thereby required to continue observing designated fishing holidays as determined by their respective communities as part of community-based fisheries management systems.
Also for no share Ghana agudie ehun ensam so Kofi Adams etimi aponsam bia ababonten efa African Senior Athletics Championship ekoso ewon krankro kasie yi mu nanu ana omukyere mu se eye pose a omu etumi edi ehwi eye high jump no sa pose no omode eba ye no Ghana for ya ntopapa enye airtime ene kwablane di kwa wosi wo beta ne ka na bunu na de na hwefom enti eba ne senior sports minister ukofo ne mafunse bra no se Ghana fo munya botre mutin sama ya mumusa post na omudi every high jump no ene ne ma no enye bia enye Ghana fo ne toma wo mu o oma na de omade e de eba ye oma na de omune ma ba ye de be ye adwuma ti ye ntopo obi amfa ma obi a ene ye npenso nigu ho enti opese Ghana fo ti asese weye botrimuka enye nsema eye papa enu ntino Ghana fo yenyi sansem no famfire tirim afu weye amanaman tam agudie enti se Ghana ye pese ye din koso a yen kan sempa emfamfa ho sene be ya ebetumi aboa na yenti ensema sports minister Kofi Adams edituja.
Event generally went well. We had a few challenges at the start. With power, to be able to power some of the equipment, but later all that was resolved. In the course of the competition also, we witnessed some athletes whose voting polls broke. But people thought that those voting polls were provided by Ghana. No, every athlete who took part in the poll vote came with their own voting polls. The voting polls provided by the LOC was not used, and it's a standard thing. Yours is to provide the landing surface, the crossbar, and then the stand poles. The voting poles themselves are equipment that the athletes normally bring because they want to compete with what they are comfortable with. The only thing is that the ITUs will certify it for them. So the Beninura, whose voting pole broke, came with his own voting pole. The South Africans came with their own voting polls. Indeed, for the South Africans, they have to even pay deposit at Aviance at the Kotoka International Airport, or Accra International Airport, so that when they are returning, they will go and show proof that the equipment they brought in was not to stay in Ghana, but it was just to take part in the competition. Then their money will be refunded to them. So let it
Sanso and our training semfu from say yatese South Africa America tuni bi aba betina aba fontin tamfidie ni so eka se wabra omudi omuni ebehwe mu e wo Legon Sports Stadium ene America ho ntoko a ekoso e wo hono no aduane a yede ma wo mu no se tie nie kitua bi afinso omo baby papa entumi anda ɛno na sports minister ekyerɛ mu sɛ ɔmoboa aduane bi a mopɛ bia ɔmonya di ensuo bi a mopɛ bia afi baabi papa ɛna ɔmode ɔmokɔyɛ a ɔmode ɔmoteto enti ebotrimu ka ɛma Ghana ni bia ɛna wiase mu agudifoɔ ɛngye ɛmfa ɛntumu yɛntie nsɛm a Kofi Adams ɛsan so ɛde to us.
There was absolutely no problem with feeding. You see, the problem I have with the media, you speak with an athlete outside who first started by saying he was giving half egg. Then he changed the story from half egg to 1 egg. Then he said he was giving 1 chicken. Then he changed again that he confronted them and then they gave him 2 chicken. That alone should alert you that the athlete was not telling you the truth. Then he now went further to say in South Africa he eats 9 eggs. We did not make provision for any athlete to be fed 9 eggs. If any athlete has special diet, there's a form that you fill so that the LOC can factor those needs in. Nobody filled the form that they needed that kind of special diet. So one athlete speaking on some levels of need should not have become the running story. Because on that same day, South African athletes were being fed and full of smiles and thanking the people. But we were not interested in talking about those ones. We were interested in one athlete who did not provide any evidence beyond his own statement. Food was one of the things that the LOC did very well. They scheduled it in such a way that 2 groups were providing breakfast, another set of 2 providing lunch, another set providing dinner, so that there will be no issues. So breakfast was timely, lunch was timely, and dinner was also timely. And there was always enough. There was enough. But of course, they will not make provision for one person to collect 9 eggs. Of course, that provision was not made. And that request was also not made from any national federation to the local organizing committee that we are bringing a particular athlete that has dietary issues, and so special arrangement be made for him. Some
Yebo aremu our Ghana Standard Authority minuka say utimi di wani chemu ewa afienya eye mattress company mienu minuka say omatimi atum enam eniema enye papa omo ede ye mattress ninti company ni dindi Yinwanjia Limited ene Moda Limited minuka say regional manager Clement Kubati etimi aka say won se wodi eniema bia ensam fata omfrafra na wotumi ade aye eya matresi enji se wonim na koto ebeda so a ede yade ohaw ni amane ene de bebro ade beteno na wudwi honam sonklonsu odwiba ene wote obosodo se nuomotom na wudwi eya matresi awoda so eno na akwakofa ba na honam ina ya wo ya asede ya bo no na kire se ene amode ya matresi no ensem fatanti se me no ka se Ghana Standard Authority etimi akwakotum na yehwe se nesibi ekos.
Yeah, so this is a chemical they use in the manufacture of this substandard mattresses, polyethylene. As far as GSA is concerned, this chemical is not approved. It's unapproved. These are non-biodegradable chemicals, and they have impact on the environment too, as well as human health. So all this is what they translate into what you see inside those hard mattresses. That when you sleep and you wake up, you will feel back aches. They have failed all our tests, all our critical parameters. Compression rate, they have failed. So these are products that we cannot allow in the Ghanaian market. It's unacceptable. So that's why we're here to make sure that this factory, as far as GSA is concerned, it is shut down, pending standard development.
What's the name of the factory?
It's a Jin Zhongquan. It's some Chinese name. But there are about 4 factories in this enclave.
Are they under Bright International?
We are aware of Bright Homes. Bright Homes. There's also a factory that also we have issues with. There's a ZXZ. There are about 4 factories. So my other colleagues are at the other side. From here, we'll move them. We'll make sure that all of them are locked, and all those who are involved the CID are around, they will pick them, process them for court.
One Sanimu and a Ghana Standard Authority. Etumia say wada so eye nhwehwemu ewa mattress enye papa ehonsam ewa Ghana hasenemu. Baby biada omoya mattress ema kwabrane ekoto ebeda so no. Mene wo kasa mu do mani betwemu ho. No makohwe niema omo ediye se boye pomudin ene yankwa ene omo beja wo mo. Na emom anya bro mbehwe se adwumakuo no ahodo se wondi Ghana Standard. Omo se seye eso ene sadia omubetum sene beya enkonkofo hawo ene amane mfama Ghana ni a obekwa kwato mattress ni bi ede ne ti abeto so na yentie nsema Ghana Standard Authority esanso kaye ede kan
上一次我们办这个的时候，有了一个证，还有一个证要钱，我们今年已经花了7万多块钱办的这个证，刚开始是5万多块金整办，今年就多了一下，是这样的，后来叫他查来了。
So your team will do there's nobody there. Let's move on. All of them went to the system.
Date.
How many?
Today is what? 18th March. Yes.
So one phone number.
Your name to here. Write your name. What? Jim? Is it Jim? Jim? Okay. Then what's located at Afina?
Aye mattress mu hwehwemu ni atiati aye tutu amanfo dwumadie mu no na chese enye honko a ena yetumi ekotu mu ni nyina no se de wa afianya tamaban no yetumi atum sanso ena yinjwa Jia Limited Afimada Limited ena Asano Service eni Hussein Company na chese we China for omunyuma amu e Ghana ha amode e mattress ye enu bi ananu mi kwatra bi sula mi to kamede se eye bia enu no authority se company eni amanya papa nko a ene se omudi ediye na che se entwaye ubeda sode no ubekwa ayare sabia se wo cancer yesi wo akoma yade se udamatress ne so a eni ama pia firi mu ba ekwa wo hwini mu na ewura wahrawa mu no ede ade kase pa eneba titro ene mranti omosi so mobobra na wogidi se wonya mattress papa wadaso ene woye niam ba kumiani waso ade beche no na mattress na age ne ho tese eniam nkoye yese tumi yade kase pa etumi ede bra oba ene bema wabra waba de ja ode da mattress ne so entisi ade omo ye hu adwuma se de be ya oman Ghana ohane mane be free ho na yenso etumi ade ye ho.
I'm the Greater Accra Regional Manager, Ghana Standard Authority. We have spent the last 4 hours doing operation. About 4 factories have been shut down. These factories are found to be manufacturing mattresses illegally. The product that they are using is a substandard product. As far as GS is concerned, the product is not a standard product. It has not been certified. These same factories were shut down way back in October. We were supposed to have a technical team to start to develop standard product. Standard development takes a minimum of 6 months to a year. Some can take up to 2 years. Unfortunately, they did not show up. And when our pilots and our students there, they broke them. We've gathered enough intelligence and through our market surveillance to identify that the products are still in the market. So instead of going to the retailers, we have decided to come back to the manufacturers and make sure that when the water is leaking, we don't mop the floor. Shut down the pipe. We have time to shut down the pipe. This place is going to remain closed. We are going to liaise with EPA and other authorities to make sure that these products are destroyed once and for all. These products are very harmful to the environment and to humans. So what we are witnessing here is what GSA can do. The country is on reset. GSA is also on reset. We are resetting, we are refocusing, we are recalibrating, and GSA is going to rise. The growth days of GSA being dormant is over. This, as you can see my men around here, we are poised for action. And with the blessing of our DG, Professor John Pejay, and the board chairman, Kudu Mutare, we are poised. There's nothing that's going to stop us. The president is giving us his backing. any opportunity that he gets, he's thinking about substandard product. So we are solely with him. The reason I is not only
Yabo etumi eremu ewa bra Ghana man pani John many mahama. Etimidi nani ekopiemu ewa wiase nyina apomuden anu nsensem so ene ahopomasibre anu no. Enumu ena Dr. Sania Nista awa ya Gavi the Vaccine Alliance CEO etumi eka ya trese Ghana afie chomuno Ghana $2 million $25 ewa ni bremu enu nti enam so ema vaccine hu hia pa ene ya resabambo etimi aba oman Ghana ase enum eno na okase so omani tuasi kantama ebua mosi ade te se eye misles ade efere se polio ena afi yellow fever ano ema ne matimi bua eno sisi Ghana esiesie ne ho $2 million 22 eye million de numienu eye US dollars no ama vaccine budget no sene be ya endrofu from ebetumi aba ne enkosi se 2030 enkonkodu Ghana nchi no mfiri mu no na for man Ghana ya de efani se polio yellow fever no etumi efiri ho yentie ensema Dr. Sania Nista etimi editu eja.
The other expression of health sovereignty is sitting right in front of us, because not many of you may know that Ghana is contributing significantly to its domestic vaccine budgets. Last year, they contributed $25 million in hard cash into a bank account to underwrite the cost of their vaccines. And this year, ahead of schedule, they've paid $22 million in hard cash. That's another expression of a national sovereignty. We talk about dwindling official development assistance, but I think there is a huge upside to that, because all over Africa in particular, countries are rising and saying we are going to underwrite the cost of health, because we fundamentally believe that the definition of sovereignty is to be able to mobilize indigenous revenue and to be able...
Anopa ensemi etumi edi abano ewieye yadamase munkoso enhwe off TV ahana mubenya no kware enchemu pa na motimi ate ensempa ase nemom yanka hu se Ghana datin ejina yeyina yeso midindina na akwasi amufa meda Ghana fo nyina ase nemom eda ye fiada Refiners Chapel International gidigidi mpaye no yehwe wani mu kwan wate wasu ache yatete wache apinisie akwantu ukoni a reject o immigration people failure oba no wa akwantu mu no visa application failure order for loss of job, lack of job, poverty, disappointment, setback, promise and fail, delay in marriage, delay in childbirth, men city na emfa wonsa so dem from summit na se na me dem sasem dem from na me be there be John the Baptist edin sase ni dem from ye chanity to pray to so by Paul ne Silas e bompaye efiase kro ho na konsonkonso bubu mo de wo mo ho enti no de tena fie ya de no ha na mane ndu be ko wo mfise Lazarus odikuro ena di ko wo wuo mu tie wonso manye Kristonia wodi obonyini wodi eka ya de ahokire ebe ko wo wuo mu na mmom be bompaye gidigidi mpaye no specific prayer mpaye no eda aye fiada meto mensa de fro anopa no nso ne fa na dwumedi asase ekopim se premo ebeto na tiemi ni ede wom ni se nyame amana ko atumi nyansa hoodin nimdie hunhum ntiase wama nani entinu tie wonya ba wo ha ne amane na eda wo so no wo bebo ho mpaye wie no apostle aye krado wa trans obi ni sem de ama obia ba ko ne ba ko so afi wo ha no amane no de ye hunam de no obepa no pumasibra de ama de ehunhum no so no obepa no pumasibra de ama umpe we na opede that specific prayer Taifa Johnson baby Refiners asafo no ewo na ehwo a na eye dwumadie na chese baby off TV wona eye hwo a enu titutu anamon na onso fa ho ebishemu ebi enti akase enko enfama dental production team nana asare asamo ampofo brako bate nana ugba adwuma baby jet anchi akase enko enfama afi nchi akase enso enko mfa ema eye Monica Yayira Sister Monica Oshaye all the way from USA and Chakasiye enko enfama of Elizabeth Yankara Obalis Yan Fonsu Uwu Kumase Mechia Adom and Spices sito eye de Chakasiye enko maum Yamin Shao na onyewo kese aha ene brebe ma me kwan na metim dwumade kese sie me sorry so nemom kan ho se ohene nana osei betena sei osei yawo na afin sema ko tu ko breman no watimi edi abrewo emlipam kro kata mu nsem so no me ba betena se timi awesa edi egu wasumu. Our agenda is up next. Me sorry Jumadies me magana fo nyina mo ni hwe a adesi